Lesson 1: Nutrition and Diet. Josh's grandfather recently survived a heart attack. Now all of Josh's family members are talking about eating better and improving their health. Josh wonders how much food can really affect someone's health. Like Josh, many people may be confused about how food can affect a person's overall health. After all, you need to eat to stay alive, right? The truth is that food contains substances that your body needs to stay healthy. Nutrition is the study of how our bodies use substances in food to maintain our health. Nutrition and your health. Your nutrition affects many of the things you do every day. The substances in food give you the energy you need to learn, to study, to stay active, and to hang out with your friends. Practicing good nutrition means eating foods that are good for you and eating them in the right amounts. Eating too little food can lead to weight loss, poor growth, and if severe enough, death. But eating too much food can also cause poor health. Eating too much food can cause you to become overweight because of excess body fat. Being overweight can lead to obesity, or weighing more than 20% above your recommended weight range, and can increase your risk of many diseases and disorders. So it's very clear, food really can affect your health. How your body uses food. Your body uses food for energy. However, your body can't use food directly for energy. The food must be broken down into a form that your body can use. Digestion is the process in which food is broken down into a form your body can use. Digestion begins when you chew your food. After the food you eat is chewed and swallowed, it passes into the stomach. In the stomach, the food is broken down by a strong acid and other substances. This step turns your food into a thick liquid. The liquid passes into the small intestine, where it is broken down further into nutrients. Nutrients are the substances found in food that your body needs to function properly. The nutrients are absorbed into your blood and delivered to tissues throughout your body. Your body turns the nutrients into usable energy through a process called metabolism. Your body can make some nutrients, but most nutrients come from the food you eat. For example, your body needs nutrients to fight germs that cause sickness. One way you can get these nutrients is by drinking orange juice. Because not every food has every nutrient, eating a variety of foods is important. This way, you will get the nutrients you need. This is a picture of the digestive system, which is where food is broken down. And you can see the major organs of the digestive system: the mouth, the esophagus, which is the tube that leads from the mouth to the stomach where the food is churned into a thick liquid, the small intestine where the food is absorbed into the blood so that it is used to give your body energy, and then the large intestine is where the waste goes and then leaves your body. These little finger-like projections are called villi, and they are inside of your small intestines. They make up the lining of the small intestine, which is actually 23 feet long. They contain millions of capillaries, which are blood vessels that are one cell thick, so it's easier for the nutrients to be absorbed into the blood. The reason why the lining contains these villi is because it is a larger surface area for more nutrients to be absorbed. Your diet and food choice. Most people think of a diet as a way of eating to lose weight. Actually, a diet is a pattern of eating. Your pattern of eating includes what you eat, how much you eat, and how often you eat. Because your diet includes what kinds of foods you eat, it is affected by your food choices. Many factors influence both your diet and your food choices. Your personal taste has a lot to do with what you decide to eat. You may eat some foods because they are convenient. For example, You may choose to eat fast food burger one night. It is convenient because you can eat it in the car on your way to soccer practice. Often, the cost of food determines the kinds of foods your family buys. Your family traditions or your cultural background may affect the types of food you decide to eat. You may eat certain foods because your friends like them and because you have come to like these foods too. Finally, you may eat certain foods because they are available in your local area. The following list shows you 6 factors that affect your food choices: your personal taste, family traditions, convenience of foods, overall cost of food, foods your friends eat, and availability of foods in your area. Food and feelings. Most people know when their bodies need nutrients because they get hungry. Feeling hungry is the way your body tells you that you need more food for energy. Sometimes people eat even though they are not hungry. Often, people's feelings can affect how and what they choose to eat. Some people may eat when they are sad or upset. Others may eat when they are happy or want to celebrate. Some people may skip meals if they are nervous. Others may like to eat when they are nervous. Many people like to eat when they are with their friends in a social setting. Have you ever gone to a party and eaten snacks even though you had already eaten dinner? If a person's feelings affect his or her food choices once in a while, it is not a bad thing. However, some people's feelings may affect their food choices all the time. This behavior can be unhealthy because a person may want to eat every time he or she has a particular emotion. Also, the person may choose to eat foods that are unhealthy. By understanding what feelings affect your food choices, you can avoid eating unhealthy foods. You can also avoid eating when you know you're not hungry.